My name is Rafael Chavez. This is Lab 5 for Physics 2212. I have Dr. Barron's introduction for this lab. Goals and findings of the experiment. My goal for this lab is to collect an observation data of magnet falling through a conductive tube of aluminum foil and to model the magnet falling through the aluminum foil computationally using GlowScript Python coding. To compare the computational model to observational data, experimental findings. The average time for the magnet to fall through the tube is 0.724 seconds from the experiment, with a magnetic dipole that you can read and another magnetic dipole that you can also read. This first one's from Lab 3. Key fundamental physics concepts, Faraday's law. We have the formula for magnetic flux, and then we have the formula for magnetic flux from any point, not like on an axis or anything. Then we have the electric field produced by the change in magnetic flux followed by a loop in the same direction as the current. Key concepts 2, magnetic force equation, Newton's third law, every reaction is an equal and opposite reaction, and Ohm's law, so voltage is equal to the current going through a resistor times the resistance in the resistor. Alright, visual model. So this model assumes that the magnet falls through the north pole facing downward. We need to consider that the gravitational force of the magnet for it. Our system is the following magnet. Surroundings are the aluminum foil and the earth. The force 1 in the diagram is the magnetic force on the loop. Force 2 is the force on the magnet by the loop due to Newton's third law. We assume that the force only acts on the magnet, or the force of gravity and the force from the loop. Here is the thing. Lab experiment procedure. Mark the north pole of the magnet. Measure the mass of the magnet. Measure the following characteristics of the aluminum foil tube. Drop the magnet through the aluminum foil 5 times and take the mean average for the time dropping through. Determine the time that the magnet is entering the aluminum foil and then when it leaves to find the time interval, and then use GlowScript computationally to model the magnet aluminum tube interaction. Excuse me. Compare the observational data results with the computational results. Oh my god, I'm so sick. Fuck. Alright, observational results. Time between magnet first entering the aluminum foil tube and when the magnet leaves the tube. Average time interval, it was 0.724 seconds. Length of the tube was 0.46 meters. The width of the aluminum foil was 0.03000 meters. The inner radius of the tube was 0.0135 meters. Total radius was 0.0165 meters. Magnetic dipole was 1.4875 meters squared. Is found in the Lab 3. Mass of the magnet is 0.024 kilograms. Here is our data sheet. Here's our code, just some constants, stuff like that, stuff from Lab 3. Code from for calculating the magnetic dipole in 3D, as we have the equation over here from Lab 3. And then the magnetic flux in 3D, right here, calculating right here, just making the formula, something to call. Then we have the code right here for calculating magnetic force as a function of time. Yep, and we have some of the equations for the current right here. Stuff for the visualization right here. Some stuff for the visualization, but also magnetic force calculations. We have a graph right here. The velocity slows down, or speeds up over time, because just acceleration. It's just how it works. We have it right here, because it hits the ground, so it kind of stops, Discussion. So when the magnetic dipole moment was found in Lab 3 was used, the simulation predicted that the magnet would take 0.435 seconds to pass through the tube, and the values don't match. So we're going to have error. When the magnetic dipole is increased to the number, whatever that number, it would take more time, identical to the observed average. Results suggest that the magnetic dipole moment found in Lab 3 may be inaccurate, and that the 2.166 amperes meter squared may be more accurate of a value for the magnetic dipole thing. Whatever. Possible sources of error could be contact between the magnet and the tube, which is a result from friction, air resistance, timing errors. Measurement errors when the meter stick was used to the tube would have a degree of inaccuracy. What if questions? If the resistivity in the conductor is close to possible 0, how would the dynamic of the falling magnet change? Resistivity is directly proportional to resistance, so 0 resistivity, 0 current, nearly 0 resistance would lead to a discharge of I, according to Ohm's law. As the current is related to magnetic force in the equation below, a current would mean a larger magnetic force. By Newton's third law, along the magnet loop would be large, and as a result, the magnet would fall with a lesser speed. That's more slowly take time, because the force in the magnet loop would be much closer to the magnet due to gravitational force. What if questions? What if holes or slots were cut in the tube? How would this affect the ring? Disruption of the continuation of the ring affects the induced current that's allowed to flow, and reduction of the induced current flows affects magnetic forces, and thus the magnetic force will decrease, and magnet falls with greater speed because the magnetic force on the field is much less than the force of gravity. Thank you very much for listening.